We're a couple of days into the Ohio stay-at-home order placed by the governor over the weekend. We caught up with Chillicothe Mayor Luke Feeney to see how the city of Chillicothe has changed with this stay-at-home order. We'll hear from him and more coming up in just a moment. Right after this, from Hometown Motors Incorporated of Chillicothe, 818 Eastern Avenue. The mower store with brand names, great selection, big inventories, and in-house service for what you want. Hometown Motors Incorporated is the mega mower store you've dreamed about, representing the biggest names in lawn and power equipment. Hometown Motors Incorporated on Eastern Avenue in Chillicothe is the place to shop. Make Hometown Motors Incorporated your go-to when it comes to lawn and power equipment. You'll love your experience shopping with us. Visit us online or stop on in, 818 Eastern Avenue, Chillicothe. The COVID-19 virus outbreak has created some different circumstances for us these days. As we did a feature on the American Red Cross, they are now taking your daily donations Monday through Friday. Now, of course, keep in mind, you personally can only give blood every 56 days, but they are open and waiting for your donations. All blood types are accepted. You can walk in as well. You can hear more in the feature that we had with the Red Cross. While we were there, we visited with Mayor Luke Feeney, who was also giving blood that day, to talk about how things have changed for the city. Now the stay-at-home order has been put into place this week. Many mayors across Ohio are tuned in every day to see what the governor has to say in his news conference each day.
Yeah, it's really become must-see TV in sort of an unfortunate scenario. But watching the governor and Dr. Atkin sort of lead us through this crisis has been definitely reassuring. But we are, watching closely, and these are unprecedented times. And so we're fortunate to have a good team here in Chillicothe. And something a lot of people might not know is I've got a really good relationship with mayors across Ohio. And so whether it's the mayor of Waverly or Piketon or Athens or Ironton or even Columbus, Cincinnati, Dayton, mayors all over Ohio really are willing to sort of help out each other. We're peers in a unique way. And so we've taken some strides here in Chillicothe to not only keep the citizens safe and healthy, but also our folks safe and healthy. So we've reduced the people in the building, based on the stay-at-home order, may get down to just 1 or 2 people in the building. But one thing we can't reduce is safety forces. So your police and firefighters are out there taking care of you and protecting you every day, along with the nurses, folks at the hospital, first responders. So it really is a wild time, and I'm so appreciative of our folks that are taking care of us.
As a former city auditor, and with tax season coming up, of course, April 15th, that deadline is extended to July 15th. Was that a concern for mayors?
Yes, I think the deadline, especially, talked to Auditor Spetnagel about how we'd approach that. She was definitely prepared to extend as long as necessary. I believe the revised code indicates that you can't make the deadline ahead of the federal taxes, but you can make it after the federal taxes are due. And so she was one of the first people to reach out to me and say, hey, don't you think we should think about extending? And of course, this is going to be a hard time for the economy, and so we're also looking very closely at what happens to income. She's already looking back to 10, 15 years ago during financial crisis and what happened to the income folks and taxes then, and so we're trying to track everything that we can right now.
And with the stay-at-home order in place, just how many of the city employees can work from home?
So we've got about 250 city employees. It ramps up seasonally, so in summertime we mowing grass and that kind of thing. But we've got essential services like police and fire, approximately 50 in each department. So those not really a work from home option there. And then you've got our wastewater and water treatment plants that we need folks to show up to, but we can reduce the staffing some. And we're also staging teams so that if one person on a team would get sick and quarantined, possibly get the rest of the team sick, we'd still have another team that could come in. Really, the city's not built to work from home much, but we're making modifications quickly to remote access in, with security in place, of course. We can do some things, but things like building inspections are on site, transit, which is still running right now, but at a reduced schedule, obviously difficult to do from home. But we are working through, particularly in the city building itself, there's some administrative work and office type work that can be done from home.
Friday, you took an extra step to give us hope. And this was a suggestion by a citizen here in Chillicothe, and the star normally during December is lit. It is lit during this time.
Yeah, I think somebody reached out to you, Dan, and mentioned to you that lighting the star would be a good idea. And we actually had a couple calls at the city building too. And I hadn't checked in with the public yet, at least via video. I did that Facebook Live on Friday, and I concluded it with the offer that we were going to light the star on the top of the hill, and that it would stay lit every night until we're through this. I think it can be a beacon of hope for the community, something to look to. I think that it's something that's really powerful for the community. I hope that it does bring a little bit of hope to folks, and it's a reminder that we're all in this together too, I think.
As we talked to the mayor on a Monday, Chillicothe City Council held its first electronic meeting that night, as we see reported in the Chillicothe Gazette. I'm Dan Ramey. Thanks for watching Litter Media.